Hey everyone! So, we have finally first big event after the coronavirus, and we're pretty happy and eager to finally work with more than 10-20 people per day. So we are invited to J-Zone Festival in Estonia. This festival is mostly about Asian culture, and we'll be representing here retro gaming, and it's a great experience for us. And in this video you will see how our experience went, what we saw, and how everything concluded. So let's start the video. So this is our setup for this event. Here we have a PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo and Sega Mega Drive for Genesis. So 3 small screens here are for those consoles. Then in the corner we have Xbox, the original one, with some classics. And here we have, next to the Xbox, Nintendo 64. We have a lot of space here just because we can play 4 players. And here we have Wii, because why not? We have a lot of Wii in the storage, so we need to use them. Great reason. And 2 PlayStation 2s. And just a small exhibition of boxes and games. So it's pretty basic, but I think for this kind of event it's enough. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screens. Oh, it's 9 screens because in that side we have one more screen. It's a Neo Geo portable with a lot of arcade games. So 9 screens, more than enough. And transition. So the event has finished a few days ago, and the original plan was to film the ending of the video there on the spot, but we were so tired that we just packed and left, because working there for 2 days was not as easy as it may seem. And the thing is that right now in Estonia it's extremely hot. Unexpectedly, it's very hot, really hot summer for Estonia. And the space couldn't handle this heat, so the ventilation system was not good enough in the room. So we were constantly in this kind of sauna. It was not too hot, but hot enough to feel kinda uncomfortable and wet constantly. And the second thing is that the room that we were situated in had very bad echo. So imagine all those consoles and computers, 16 computers, 8 consoles, 9 consoles, and some other events in the same room. It was constant noise. And after a few hours you get really tired. It's like you're not doing much, but you get more and more tired just because of this sound and heat. So it's not connected with the event itself, it's just physically it was pretty hard. And in the end we had to pack everything. So we packed everything, we put it back to the museum. It took a while. So what do you think about the event? It's hard for me to be the judge, just because first of all this event is not really targeted at me. I'm not really a big anime or cosplay or K-pop fan. Of course I understand the value, of course. I'm just saying that I don't have those kind of feelings like, wow, that cosplay is from that popular character that I love, or I love this music, and they have a really good dance, and it's really comparable to the original dance. So for me, I would say I had more a view of the outsider who came to a festival that was meant for other people, and just looking at the organization itself, I would say. And the second reason why I cannot judge the event is that I couldn't really leave for a long time the space that I was responsible for. Because of the amount of the people coming, it was not possible just to go somewhere and just have fun and watch some events. The only thing that we left all together and watched was cosplay competition in the second day, and mainly that's all. All other events I've seen from the side, I've seen a small part, so I cannot say I've been on the event itself. I've been working there, yes, I've been talking with the people, I've seen what's happening, but I haven't been experiencing the event as the visitors. So all in all, it was not bad at all. I can compare it to Animatsuri event we've been a few years ago, or we've been 3 times on Hypertown events, and I can see the comparison. All in all, it's really close, but what I liked is that it was not so many children. Like on Hypertown, it was mostly small children running around, you know, like 8, 10, 12 years old. But here, I would say it's mostly teenagers. And for me, it's a bit easier to work with teenagers than children. So that was a plus. Still, it's not target audience for the museum, because our target audience is mostly grown-ups or families, but at least, you know, it's easier to talk with teenager to explain him how to use the console than a kid who wants to smack the cartridges and destroy everything. So that was a plus. And I do understand, for us the museum is the center, but for others the museum was just a tiny part of the event. And maybe some of the people never even went to this room, so they even don't know that we've been there. You never know. When we were on the cosplay competition, the only thing I was really like negative about is that they didn't really use the screens they had. So the space was packed. Like, there were so many people in the audience that it was really impossible to see what's happening on the stage. And it would be great if they could use the camera that was standing there to film the stage, so we could see what's happening from the screens that were on the sides of the stage. So that's my main complaint, is that if you have screens, why you don't use the screens? I don't think it was too complicated to do that, because I've seen that screens were used sometimes to showcase something on the stage, and it would really help to see what's happening, because like it was so packed. I'm really tall, so I could see at least something happening. And some parts of the event, I understood that there were those parts only after the event ended. So as I understood later, there was an exhibition of the costumes. I don't even know where it was, but there was one. And there were some seminars, and I really understood about those things only when everything ended, because like on the event I couldn't really find anything to show me that there is this thing happening. Of course, maybe there were some signs, it's just they were not visible enough for me to see that there is something. But all in all, those like are, I think, tiny complaints that are really like on the level of barely nothing. Everything was fine, everything worked. There were many people, there were many shops. We bought a lot of candies, and it was fun. And I think for the visitors and for target audience, for those teenagers, everything was great. Like I'm just looking at it from the perspective of an outsider, and I think it will be anyway beneficial for the museum. First of all, that we are represented on a big event, and second is that I never know, maybe those people who played those consoles will remember that we were there. Why not? Maybe they will come to the museum. Only time will show, and at least we found really cool new friends, and really had a good time with other participants, and that's already great. So that's J-Zone 2021 from the perspective of the video game museum, and we will meet next time somewhere else, sometime in the future, I hope. Goodbye.